What is up, you guys? So today we're going to be making a defensive tackle NFL draft video. So basically the Rams pick from pick 52, second round, and I think they have a second, third, fourth, a fifth, sixth, and seventh. So they got medium picks, right? So they don't have a first rounder, but they have more in the mid rounds. So this is where the Rams are likely to go: offensive line, defensive tackle, linebacker, etc. Whatever they need. So I'm going to put my top 5 defensive tackles that the Rams should really look into in the 2020 draft. And the reason I say that is because there's a need for nose tackle. There's a need for, that defensive tackle that can probably come in as a pass rusher. And then there's also a type of stop the run type of defensive tackle that we really desperately need, because if we can't get a nose tackle worth a damn, the Rams that are trying to do like the Chicago Bears, stop the run first, then get after the quarterback second with their edge rushers, they need to be able to stop the run in the interior. And if they can't even do that, then it's going to be a really tough season for the Rams. So if the Rams are going to be a hard-nosed football team, they're going to have to stop the run for sure. And, those are my top 5 as of right now. So I'm going to start with Benito Jones out of Ole Miss. I think Benito is a really good, big, stocky nose tackle. He's a good run stopper. The only thing with him, which is why he's on my top 5 list, especially at number 5, is he's projected to go around 3 and 5, mainly because he's only a nose tackle. He's not the type of guy like Aaron Donald that's going to come in and get you a lot of sacks. He's not that type of, defensive tackle. He's more of a nose tackle. There's a big, huge difference. And mainly nose tackles seem to be really big in stature and size. He happens to be 6'1", so he's about Greg Gaines' height and weight. And he's about 321. So he's a stocky guy, short arms. He has some athleticism, some quickness, but he's got his limitations because of his height and length. So he's good. He's just not elite. He's not great. He's good. You can get him in rounds 3 to 5. A lot of people are saying he'll end up in like round 6. So that's not bad, especially for nose tackles. That's kind of where most of them get picked up at, or also as undrafted free agents. So if the Rams happen to get an undrafted free agent that's not an elite pass rusher, but he's a good nose tackle, that's kind of what you want to get them for. So Benito Jones would be my number 5. Let's go number 4, and it would be Leki Fotu, a nose tackle out of Utah. Basically, another big nose tackle, but he's bigger. This guy is huge. 6'4", 330 pounds. He's not your 3-down type of player. He's more of a first and second down run stopper, and then third down you'd have to sub him out for a pass rushing defensive tackle. Maybe that's when you can put in Tanzil Smart or Sebastian Joseph Day, a guy that can get after the quarterback and create pressure at a better rate. But this guy as a nose tackle would be a fantastic get, especially between rounds 3 to 6. He's a super big guy, tough run defender, and occupies blockers. It's insane how good he would fit in a 3-4 nose tackling system for the Rams. I think he's Samoan, so he's a big dude, tough guy. Like I said, 6'4", 330 pounds. He's got the height, he's got the weight, and he's got the drive, the engine to be our nose tackle. He's simply just going to be really good as a nose tackle, but pure nose tackle. That's his only limitation. He's just a pure nose tackle. He's not going to be anything else. Now, this is my number 3 would be Davon Hamilton, defensive tackle / nose tackle out of Ohio State. He's 6'3", 327 pounds. He's projected to go around 2 to 5. He's a dangerous interior pass rusher. He's able to get sacks and he's able to stop the run. So he's like a hybrid. I would basically put him as another Brockers. He's basically Brockers, but just, out of Ohio. And he's recorded 28 tackles with 6 sacks in 2019. He can play defensive end, but he's mainly used as a defensive tackle run stopper, and he's able to rush the passer as good as he can stop the run. And to me, that's a good indication that this guy can do it all. So maybe bring him in and allow him to rush the passer on third down, and maybe come in certain situations when you have Greg Gaines still there as a nose tackle. You still have Sebastian Joseph Day. So this guy would give you a really good depth in the interior of your defensive line, somewhere where the Rams really struggled the past couple of years, is trying to get after the quarterback with their defensive tackles, defensive ends, other than Aaron Donald, of course. And then he's also able to come in and compete on every single down. He's not only a first and second down type of player, he's also a third down player. And this guy will be a steal. I actually like this guy a lot, mainly because of his engine, his drive, and his physicality. So Devon Hamilton out of Ohio, go watch his tape. Like, he basically every single play he's doing something. Like, he's taking up 2 blockers, or he's getting behind the line of scrimmage pretty damn quick, where he's just disrupting the play and he's just becoming a pain in the ass for offensive lines. I like watching his tape. I'm a nerd like that. I like watching defensive. I'm more of a defensive guy, even though my favorite player is Isaac Bruce. But this guy is he's fun to watch, man. Devon Hamilton out of Ohio State, 6'3", 327, and that guy is just a nonstop motor. And he also played at the Senior Bowl, where he played pretty great. Now let's go to my second favorite nose tackle, defensive tackle type of player, and is Jordan Elliott out of Missouri. He's one of the highest ranked defensive tackles, if not the highest ranked defensive tackles by Pro Football Focus. And the dude recorded 44 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 3 passes battled in 2019. He is also another problem for offensive lines, because he's not only a good run stopper and he can shed blocks pretty damn well, but he's able to rush the passer. So imagine Aaron Donald with A'Shawn Robinson, and then you put in the mix this Jordan Elliott guy out of Missouri, 6'4", 302 pounds. He's able to get after the quarterback, man. These are big dudes. This is like another Sue Brockers, Aaron Donald combination, where you can put these guys next to Aaron Donald and watch him go crazy, man. As a pass rusher, he's got really high upside, and also as a defensive, no stopping player, he can come in. I think he's more of a liability as a run stopper, but he is so good at rushing the passer as a defensive tackle. I just have the sense that he will help out Aaron Donald tremendously and make Aaron Donald even better than he truly is. So we'll see what happens with that. And he's also listed to go from rounds 2 to 4. I would say if you get him in rounds 4 or 3, it would be a steal. He would be a gem. He would be another Cooper Kupp type of draft pick, third round superstar kind of pick. But if you get him in the second round, I think that's right where he should probably be depending on his high upside and his talent and physicality. But if you were able to get him in rounds 3, where the Rams have 2 picks, or rounds 4, I don't think he makes it around 5 or 6. That's too late for a guy like this. Some other team will pick him up by then. But he's still quality player, and I think he would be a Cooper Kupp type of draft pick. And my number 1 nose tackle prospect for the Rams to get in the draft will be Raekwon Davis, nose tackle out of Alabama. 6'7", 311 pounds. The dude had 47 tackles with 0.5 sacks in 2019. Missed some time with a sprained ankle, but he was tremendous run defender for Alabama. The dude is a beast, a monster, and I mean, as a nose tackle, he's gonna be probably the best nose tackle run stopper you're gonna get in this whole draft. The other guys are more of a pass rushing defensive tackles that can stop the run, but they're more utilized to get after the quarterback as defensive tackles. This guy is a perfect gem to put in as a nose tackle, 3-4 defense. No one's gonna get through him. He's an unstoppable force. If you want to really clog up the run, this is the guy to get. He might be a liability as a pass rusher because he didn't have that many sacks in college. But a guy like this will open up sacks for a guy like Aaron Donald, because if you one-on-one on him, 6'7", 311 pounds, he's going to overpower your center, or he's going to overpower your guard, and that takes away from Aaron Donald. That takes away from Robinson, Okoronkwo, and I think who's the other? Ebukam. Ebukam will probably be the guy on the edge this season. So this will be a very, very good get for the Rams. He is projected to go to rounds 2 and 3. I think anything past round 3, if you get this guy, you won the draft. I mean, this is the guy to get. He's to me, he's a first-round talent. Just that he got injured, and he didn't get to really get the numbers per se. But the fact that he can rack up 2 blockers, maybe 3, and still be able to like compete with those guys just because of his size alone, puts you in a really good position in the draft, especially a team with so many needs. Maybe defensive tackle might not be the biggest need the Rams get. Maybe you want to go offensive line first. But if this guy makes it to round 2, maybe in round 2 we went offensive line. We picked up a guard or a center. Round 3, this guy's still there. I wouldn't mind putting this guy as our nose tackle and then have everybody else kind of try out for defensive end, maybe backup defensive tackle. So we'll see what happens, man. But Raekwon Davis, dude, like this guy's a beast. He's a brawler. He's humongous, and he's perfect for the Rams. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, leave a share, leave a comment. Tell me if there's other guys at the nose tackle, defensive tackle position that you guys would rather get. The only reason I left out the first 2, I think his name is Derek Brown. He played for Auburn. Is he ain't gonna make it to the Rams. He just simply is not. He's a first-round player. Someone's gonna pick him up that needs a nose tackle, needs a defensive tackle. And I didn't bring up, what's that dude's name? Javon Kinlaw from South Carolina. He's also going to be a first round, so he's not going to get to the Rams. It's simple. So I didn't bring those guys up. I know sometimes someone will say, oh, get this guy or get that guy. They're not going to make it to the Rams, but if you guys want to, keep calling these top 10 picks, top 20 picks, then all right. But you're only going to hurt yourself in the end because they're not going to make it to the Rams. But Raekwon Davis, rounds 2 to 3. Jordan Elliott would probably make it from rounds 2 to 3 as well. He's just a really good pass rusher. Javon Hamilton, rounds 3 to 4. Benito would probably go in about round 4 to 6. And then Leki Fotu would probably go around round 4 to 6. Just because they're pure nose tackles. They're not really good pass rushers, but run defenders, they're pretty damn good. So those are my top 5. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, leave a share, leave a comment. And until next time, you guys, go Rams.